Going to the game, I'm going to be playing Xin Zhao jungle, who got a slight buff in the recent patch. In this matchup, we're currently up against Aatrox, and in a Xin Zhao versus Aatrox, this is a huge advantage for Aatrox, being one of the strongest junglers right now, has way better team fighting, dueling, as well as scaling than us. The only chance that we can win this matchup is by ganking the lanes, helping them snowball, so that their Aatrox wouldn't be able to carry the game. Xin Zhao's main strength is to be able to gank early and snowball the lead. In order to do that, I went for a top side clear, going for a blue buff, Gromp, Wolf, Red into a possible gank. The reason why I started at the blue buff rather than the bot side is because we'd like to path towards the Echo, which is someone that's easy to gank before he reaches level 5. Fiora should have an advantage in the matchup. If she's able to put Echo low enough, then it should be an easy win for us. Xin Zhao's clear is quite decent. All you have to do is use your first skill after using your third skill so that it would reduce the cooldown of your second and third skill. While clearing the camps, you always want to look around the map for any potential ganks because your number one priority when playing Xin Zhao is to abuse his early game strengths, because Xin Zhao has really strong ganking potential as well as high damage. After clearing the red, we're gonna go for the Scuttler, and looking at the lanes, Aatrox usually starts at the top side. Since their Krugs is gone, then there's a high chance that this is gonna be contested. Lose the 1v1, we just need to buy time for our teammates to help. Orianna's able to arrive, and as soon as she shows herself, Aatrox flashes out, but we have our third skill to chase him down. Nice might by their jungler, so we go for the Z instead. Even though he flashes, I could have flashed, but you know what? I'm saving it since he's gonna die anyway. Fiora randomly dies, and Echo's able to help. We dodge the second skill, and we get another kill. Pretty clean by Orianna, really good play, and with that, we're able to get 2 easy kills. Unfortunately, I didn't get any. Would have been nice if we got at least 1 kill, but it's fine because if we're able to get Orianna ahead, she has really good scaling and she would be able to carry us later on. We go back to our camps and take our Raptors plus Krugs, and then maybe we can try to look for a gank before going back to the base. Usually when you play junglers, you always want to maximize your farm, but when you go for early game junglers like Xin Zhao, you have to be very proactive in the map, always looking for opportunities to gank. Here we can try to go for the Echo, but he's gonna go and ward the Tribush, so we're not able to get any gank off. With that, at least we remove the ward, put some pressure onto him, go back to base, and buy our items. I have one rule when playing Xin Zhao. If we're able to get a kill or assist before going back, we're gonna go straight for the Ghost Blade. But if we're not able to get any kills before the first back, then we'll go for the Boots first item. The reason for this is because when we get a kill or assist, we get accelerated gold, helping us complete our item faster. So we go back to our blue buff, which just spawned. Try to look for a gank topside, but it's kinda hard to go for the Janna Vayne. They have a lot of escape tools with Tumble, Condemn, even Janna Ult, so it's pretty hard to go for a gank there. After clearing the Gromp with all of my camps not yet spawning, maybe we can go for a sneak gank. Nami hits a bubble or hits an ult, so we can go for a punish. Janna though, playing a bit greedy. There's also a high chance that Aatrox will be here. They go for a fight, Janna flashes, uses her ult, and lo and behold, Aatrox shows himself, so we go for him instead. Knowing that he has no more flash, we're able to kill both the Janna and the Aatrox. Vayne's forced to flash out, and here, we play a bit safe. Zed is already there. If he goes for a greed play, then we can punish him since we have a lot of burst in our kit. Getting another good gank off. We have 4 assists, and the more important thing is that we have Yomu's Ghostblade. Ghostblade is really good for Xin Zhao, not only because it increases our move speed, making our rotations much faster, it also increases our overall damage. Unfortunately, Orianna died despite getting 2 kills, so we go for the Z. Immediately flash in, not giving him any time to shadow away. We finally get our kill, and with that, the objective is spawning in 15 seconds. So this is gonna be a bit risky, whether I go for the Dragon or Herald. But since we're already at the bot side and Samira is popping off, getting a double kill, which is really needed right now, we can go for the Herald instead. The only problem here is that we don't know where Aatrox is, so there's a chance that this might get contested. What we do here is we pull the Herald a bit. If Aatrox shows up, then we just immediately reset the objective. So far, he hasn't shown, and that means that he might be at the Dragon. Take the Herald for ourselves with a Smite and try to kill the Echo. He still has his ultimate, but we're able to burn it. Fiora flashing in. Maybe she gets a kill. Yep, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Use the Herald bot to try and get first tower. I don't know how Orianna died once again, but with our mid laner gone, we just want to take this tower, so at least we get some trades. As much as I want to push the wave, it's a big wave, and that's something that I like to give to Fiora. Samira is popping off. I think they're winning a 2v4 fight. I have no idea how. Yep, and this is really good. 7-0 Samira early game. This would definitely help us have an easier time when playing the game. At this point, we know that we have one champion that's popping off, and maybe we can play a bit safer. We don't have to force a gank. All we need to do is protect Samira, let her get a reset, and then we can just win the game from there. With Echo having no ulti, we go for the punish. Even though he uses a second skill, look at the burst that we have right now, with the Ghost Blade dealing so much damage. The only issue right now is this Orianna getting destroyed by the Zed, and with our position, it's pretty hard to kill the Zed if we have no CC, hard CC. We clear the blue buff and then we position topside. The last thing that I want is Samira giving gold away, because she is most likely gonna carry our early game so that Orianna and Fiora can both scale properly. With all of the camps up, we just go back and clear them while looking for an opportunity to go for a gank. Topside is a tower that I want to take. Maybe we can go for a dive if Nami Samira plays the lane well. And with Aatrox showing bot side, we have to do a play on the opposite side of the map. We can't let our Fiora die for nothing, and that's why I'm AFKing here, looking for the perfect opportunity. And here it is. Nice bubble by Nanami. I missed my ult because I got pushed, but it's fine. The most important thing to do here is to be able to get tower topside. We're also able to deny some CS, and Zed is randomly able to take down the mid tower, which is very, very unfortunate. Orianna not having the best time, even though she has an early game lead. That's why I always want to get the kills early, since I could make use of the early snowball. With Zed showing up, we put him into half before going to our own jungle. We don't want our Samira Nami to die, because they're the ones carrying the game right now. Fiora not doing too well. She needs more items before she can pop off in the team fights. Triforce is done. We're farming really fast. Ghostblade Triforce. Big power spike for Xin Zhao. Once we complete these two items, we would be able to burst anyone that doesn't build armor boots. Looking at their comp, Vayne and their jungle both have armor boots, which is not ideal targets for me. Zed, though, doesn't have any armor, so that's someone that we can burst in one combo. Janna, another possibility, but she has a lot of disengage. To be honest, their lineup is very annoying for Xin Zhao because of their dash potential. Echo has ult plus dash, Vayne has condemn, Janna has push, and Zed can just micro me. Xin Zhao is best used against champions that have low mobility, so we can just go in, press our ult, and instantly burst them. Zed goes in again, plus the Echo. Look at my damage. We almost burst the Echo in one combo. And with this, we don't want to play too aggressive because the dragon is going to be up in 30 seconds. And that's something that I don't want to give. If we give them second dragon, then there's a high chance that they're going to get the soul. Our comp is quite strong. We just need to play together. And while waiting for the dragon to spawn, don't forget to farm your own caps. Then the next item that I'm gonna go for is a flex. Depends on what's needed. Since we have a lot of damage and can probably burst someone, Death's Dance is really good so that we get our HP back after scoring a takedown. An alternative for this would be Steraks Gauge if we're behind or there's no way that we can kill anyone. Steraks gives a good chunk of HP plus some damage, helping me with my burst as well. We go for the Echo, we instantly burst him, really good play, and with their Baron Laner gone, we immediately go for the Aatrox. He's not able to get any reset. The only unfortunate thing is that Samira dead, but you know what? It's fine as long as we get Dragon plus some kills. Vayne dies, which is good. We don't want Vayne to scale. We want to delay her scaling as much as possible. And here, we try to look for the Janna, but our second skill didn't connect. And look at the damage! We burst the Z, W flash, pretty clean. And yeah, that's what I mean. If the opponents have no armor boots, we just destroy them like that. It just so happened that Severe and their mid laner or their jungler went for the armor boots. But everyone else, like this Echo, Janna, and Zed, very easy to kill. Aatrox has armor boots, that's why it's kinda tanky, but in the end, we're still able to get the kill. Vayne also dies, and we're currently 4-6, plus we get a free tower on the top side. Samira split pushing bot, Fiora's getting mid tower, and with this back, we now have 11k gold at the 11-minute mark, 1k GPM, and this is what you need when playing Xin Zhao. Aatrox is currently at 7.5k. Despite having armor boots, we can still deal a lot of damage to him. We go back to our camps, take the red buff, and with the Baron spawning in 25 seconds, that's something we can do if we want to go for a sneak Baron. Or we can just ace them and take this for ourselves. We go for the Scuttler. Blue buff is up. We always want to look for an invade on their buffs so that we can deny their objectives as well as get more money. A bit of a mismite on the blue. And seeing Echo at the top side, we have to go for an engage. Just need to be careful because they have a lot of kiting with Janna, Zed, etc. Samira going top side. Poke down the Janna, put her to 1 HP, and Zed goes for the ulti. We have our own ult to counter it out, but the unlucky thing that happened is that Orianna used her ulti at the same time. It's fine, even though we don't have ulti, we're still getting a big lead in this game. 22-9 right now, 6-0-9, perfect game so far. Here we think about going for the Baron, but seeing that our other members are not present, we'll just play it safe and scale the game even more. We go for the Krugs, and the next item that I'm gonna go for is most likely Stasis plus Guardian Angel, so that even though we accidentally die in a fight, we have a second life to help our team. Wolves is now up. Go for the top side before looking for a gank. We have really great vision on the Baron buff, so that's something we can go for and try to look for them to face check. Mid lane, Zed pretty low, so we go for the Zed burst. Echo gets an ulti off, lives with 1 HP yet again, and here we go and look for a chase onto him. Nami uses her ult to give us move speed, but Echo is able to dodge, as well as with the Janna Qs, it's so hard to dive their composition. So what I do instead is I ping my team to go for the Baron instead, and there's two things that can happen here. Number one is that we take Baron for free, and number two, if they go for a full contest, we can just turn and try to take them down. Orianna does a good job zoning away the opponents with the Nami, but their jungler knows that something is up. Nami does a great job zoning their jungler, and as soon as he goes close, even Samira and Fiora goes for the turn. Really great play. We get Baron for free. Unfortunately, Orianna dies. I try to get a return kill, but with the Vayne condemn, it's really hard to get the kill. In the end, it's fine since we get Baron, and here, we're trying to get some sneaky kills. They're very low. If I hit someone with my second skill, they would just immediately die. With them being able to escape, there's nothing else to do but to just take blue buff. While waiting for Orianna to spawn, my teammates are also going back to base, getting their items. So we want to take blue and red buff so that we would be in a better position to fight. Raptors is up, so we take it for free while nothing else is happening. get the red buff for more damage and chase potential. With the third dragon up, that's something that we can take. A fight happens. I think Samira gets caught. We immediately ult to try to tag the Echo, but he does a great job dodging it. So we go for the Vayne instead, who got bubbled. Look at my damage. We just burst her in one combo. And here, Samira falls down, which is not good. But looking at the map, Fiora is split pushing topside. So what we're doing right now is buying time. Dodge the Q3 with our Zhonya. Try to use third skill on the Janna, but she's just too far. And hopefully, she tries to end. Unlucky. Nexus protection is still there. It's still quite early. Even though they get the third dragon, it's fine because there's no soul potential right now. One thing that I did here is that usually I'd go with the Guardian Angel, but here I went for the Mortal Reminder because I want to maximize my damage and try to burst them as soon as possible. I have a really good lead in this game, and that's something I want to maximize. If this was a 50-50 game, or I don't have much gold, then going defensive is a much better option. Mortal Reminder also gives us anti-healing, which will reduce the healing of the Echo ult as well as the Aatrox heal. Echo dies to the Orianna, which is really good. And with nothing else up, I'm not sure that we can push any lane right now. I just want to wait for the Baron to spawn again or try to look for some pickoffs. Samira though, Zed is pretty scary right now. Look for him to face check. I have no idea what he's doing. He just got bursted right there with a Mortal Reminder. So much damage. I didn't even need the knock-up. And with 2 members down, we could go for a possible mid-push. So I third in ulti. But it's hard. At least we burned the Aatrox ult. Orianna's also there. Fiora is split pushing bot. And we just need to continue with our position. And maybe we can get an inhibitor tower. Top lane is also split pushing with the super minions. So with this 4v5, we should be able to at least get 1 tower. With our mid inhibitor down, Nami, good ulti. But at this point, it's very, very risky to go for a catch. Especially since they're near their fountain. With the Baron up, I ping my team to go back yet again. The worst thing that can happen is that they die and we lose the game since Elder and Baron are both up. Orianna and Nami doing the same thing wherein they try to buy time, but this time I know that it's not gonna work again, so I go for a turn play. Miss the Zed, but you go for the Janna instead. Get her pretty low. Force the flash. Ultimate. Bad synergy with the Orianna. But here, Nami gets a really good ulti. Samira, full stacks, and they just disappear. Samira popped off. And with that, 4 members are down. Only 1 is alive. And at this point, Zed can't do anything. We just go straight and end the game. Even though our scaling is not the best, our team is able to get a lot of items. And we get the win. 100% Xin Zhao in Grandmaster. We're able to utilize his kit. We get MVP despite Samira getting a lot of kills. We're able to help our team snowball the game. Get a lot of objectives. Look at my damage. 32k damage. And this is the power of the Xin Zhao buff where his AD ratios got buffed. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed our Xin Zhao tutorial. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace out. Ciao, ciao. Bye.